All right, guys, welcome back. We are on the last part of chapter 2 of the Untethered Soul for your inner roommate. And in the first chapter, we were talking about the chatty Cathy of a brain, but we were also talking about the witness, and that's the person who recognizes that there is a chatty Cathy of a brain. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch those videos. We're talking about chapter 2 of The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. Yes, I got it from the library, but you go by the book. And let's get on with this chapter. So this chapter is the inner roommate. And the last episode, we were talking about anthropomorphizing that chatty Cathy of a brain into a best friend outside of you. And to see, would you really even be cool with that person? And this next paragraph to me is just goes a freaking step further of blowing your mind. Okay, it reads, that being the case, once you've spent a day with your friend, what is the probability you'd go to them for advice? After seeing how often this person changed their mind, how conflicted they were on so many subjects, and how emotionally overreactive they tended to be, would you ever ask them for relationship or financial advice? As amazing as it seems, you do just that every moment of your life. Having taken its rightful place back inside of you, it is still the same person who tells you what to do about every aspect of your life. Have you ever bothered to check its credentials? How many times has that voice been totally wrong? Now, okay, damn, but the other part of that is, hot damn, you know, asking yourself to check the credentials of your brain is like, hey, what authority do you have really over your life? Like, how good of an advisor are you regarding what you should do or you shouldn't do? And, you know, just being me, like, I would think, well, I am the authority on what I do, what I think, what I say, how I act, how I feel, but that's not the case. I'm not in charge of those things. I have let this chatty Cathy of a brain decide. And just knowing about, and this is probably going to be some TMI, but like, you know, during your menstrual cycle, it's like when you're PMSing, like you hate everybody and everything, and everybody is like the worst and out to get you, and you just want to cry and you just want to scream, and everybody's wrong and you're the only person that's right, and why can nobody understand me? And like you go through this like emotional like drain, right? But then the other side of it is that like once you come out of that, you're like, well, I love everybody. Everybody's the best and emotionally wonderful, and I want to hug you and I love you and I want to do everything in the world, and I have so much energy that I want to go trek the Appalachian Trail, and I want to go climb Mount Everest and run 10 marathons. And like it becomes like, okay, what the hell happened to everybody being wrong and everybody's stupid and nobody listens to you, nobody cares about you, and you just want to cry? And then when you're like in that, okay, what happened to everybody loving you, everybody being the best, and everybody being your best friend, and everybody's the greatest? And like, what happened to that thought? So am I really an authority on people? And then the other part is like, oh my God, like, would you go to you for financial advice? Like, I'm a coach, okay? And I deal specifically with money, with abundance, with finances, with career, with worthiness, with all that wonderful stuff. And so this one kind of hits me in the ego because, you know, I have to coach myself out of a lot. Like I have to, today I went to lunch, right? And I was sitting at lunch and I was thinking about, you know, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Like I want to tip the waiter $100 because he was amazing. And I had to sit and think, okay, really, what am I trying to do here? What am I trying to do here? What is it that is really driving this? I want to just give this guy all my money. And like, if you would ask that version of me, like, for financial advice, I'd be like, spend it all. Like, you've only got one life to live. Like, you can't take it with you. There's no reversing the hearse. Like, to me, like, that's the energy that I was putting off. Which is like a bad, that's 100% bad financial advice, okay? Like, it's a thing, okay? But then the other part of me is like, I don't want to give anybody anything. Like I'm a nickel and dime everybody around me. Like, I don't want to ask that person for financial advice either. So I always have to coach myself out of that too. So it's like, the question is, who are you asking advice to? Who is it that you are trying to get information at? Like, and is that person in your head trustworthy? So is your brain operating from an emotional standpoint, from a logical standpoint, or from the seat of the witness, from the seat of consciousness that you are? And when you take a step back and realize, okay, yeah, I want to, be generous and I want to be kind, but does that really mean I have to give $100? Does that really mean that I'm not going to tip? Fuck this guy. He should have gotten a real job. Like, I know that's like a horrible thing to say. So I don't want to operate from either one of those places. I want to operate from love, generosity, and peace. So I gave him a good tip. It wasn't outrageous, but it wasn't stingy. And all of that is like, when you come back to center, when you come back and witness, hey, this energy that I'm putting out isn't the one that I will be happy with, then you can start to, yes, actually fucking trust yourself. Yes, I would ask myself for financial advice. Yes, I would ask myself for relationship advice. But I cannot come from that point of the, because that person is very mercurial. That person is the one who is changing their mind every 5 seconds. This is the person that loves my husband one day, hates my husband the next day, wants to go trek the Appalachian Trail, wants to just bed rot on the couch for a week. Like, this is the person that just does not make up their fucking mind. This is the person that argues in the shower. This is the person that sings at the top of their lungs in the car. This is the person that is just constantly chattering about things that do not mind. Oh, hey, let's remember that thing from when you were 13 years old that was really embarrassing in the middle of a movie. Like, what was the reason? So from that place, no, I wouldn't ask that person financial advice. I wouldn't ask relationship or any sort of advice from that energy. So you always have to take a step back and think, okay, that energy is not giving me what I want. That energy is not going to lead me to consciousness that is going to give me something that is along the path where I want to be. And sorry about that. And yeah, I love this book. This entire chapter was like one where it not only exposed that you have that dichotomy, but also like, think about that person. Think about that side of you. Like, what are they like? Like, actually analyze who that chattering embodies. Think about like what it is that is going on there and how you're allowing it to drive certain decisions and how you're allowing it to basically decide the trajectory of your life. And you're not giving it any sort of conscious like thought about what it is that they're doing and saying and looking at them from an objective lens. So yes, let's take a step back and analyze, would I fucking ask that person for any sort of advice? And you might find that the answer is surprisingly crazy. Okay, so you guys, buy the book. I put the link in the description. I don't get anything from it, but I really think that you should get this book. Go to the library and get it if you can't fucking afford it, okay? That's also fine. And also, I appreciate journaling, and I believe that it is a way to enhance your experience whenever you're reading self-help books about spirituality, about finance, about anything. And I wrote a book, and that's also in the link in the description, and that is going to take you to my book that I wrote that has techniques about how to journal, different techniques that you can give a try. Okay, I love you guys, and we will be back for chapter 3 next time. Okay, love you guys.